Ijeoma, a long time ago, I don't know if I was in Seattle or if I was coming to Seattle. You had a little Twitter thread. We have a lot of mutual friends, and you had a little Twitter thread. First of all, you said you were a fan of mine, which I want to say thanks. The feeling is mutual. Uh, but you were going to come to a show of mine, but then something happened. Can you tell us about the complications that did ensue?
Yeah, I for a long time I've always associated you, Baron, with my trip to the hospital.
Whoops.
I was going on a date to see you, and I was very excited to have this date. And I started to have a stomach ache, right? And I am in many ways that typical Black person. We don't go to the doctor unless it's an emergency. And I was
Hmm.
like, this must be what your 30s feels like. Things just hurt randomly at times, right? And I kept thinking that. The day before, I start throwing up and like I'm hurting. And I was
Mm.
like, man, I shouldn't have eaten that cake yesterday. I'll be fine,
I
right?
always
I'm
think it's
so
cake
stubborn.
too.
Yeah. So I just keep getting sick. I get dressed up to the nines. I'm so excited. My brother was gonna go too because I you've met my brother,
Yes.
and so I get there. I pull over on the 405 bridge, throw up into the water,
Mm.
get back in my car, keep going. I show up. I try to get out of my car, throw up on my shoes. I call my
Whoa.
brother and I'm like, okay, my shoes are a mess. Can you help me out? He comes out and he was like, "You need to go to the hospital." And I was like, "Yeah, can you take me?" And he was like, "Well, I want to watch the show. Um, your date's in there. I'll go get him. He seems like a good guy, and I'm sure he'll take you."
Wow,
So
that's hilarious, I think.
yeah. So, anyways, I was like, "Man, I must just have food poisoning." Eventually, go to the hospital. Turns out I had a one of those dermoid epidermoid cysts that are like dark half tumors where your body tries to get all Swedish chef and make things
Oh
all of a sudden.
wow.
And like,
Whoa.
yeah, like sometimes, especially after childbirth, your body's like, look, we have all these extra cells from the last time we made a person. Let's see what we can do from it. And
Wow.
so I had a 13 centimeter tumor in my ovary, and it
Get
had teeth
out.
and hair.
Oh. Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? And it had killed my ovary. My ovary had died in my body. That's what I was feeling because it had
Oh
been
my
too big,
gosh.
and I ended up
Organ
having
death.
surgery. And the doctor was like, "Have you ever had food poisoning?" Because this is not like organ death doesn't feel like food poisoning. And I was like, "Look, I'm not. I don't know. I don't go to I don't go to the doctor unless it's urgent." And the doctor was like, "You need to come in when it's a little less urgent than this. Like
Wow.
you next time you could have died." So that was definitely. I would love to say I learned a lesson and go to the doctor sooner. I don't know. I still have one ovary, so we'll find out.
Well, that is an amazing story,
Yeah.
and it leads so perfectly into what we want to talk about. But a quick question:
And I want
did you keep the homunculus?
I
The
was
little
so mad
did you?
they wouldn't let me. So that's when they decided to
Oh.
sedate me. I woke up from surgery and they said, "Did you keep the ovary?" They said no. I said, "Did you keep the tumor? Can I have it?" And they said no. And I started crying. And they were like, "We're gonna put a little something in your IV so you can go back to sleep."
Wow. Well, that idea, by the way, of black people don't go to the doctor, which of course I was raised with that idea, Mike. I don't know about you.
Same, yeah.
Um, but it's because, because our healthcare system is very expensive. I mean, it's got to be very expensive to be the best one in the world, right? And so, I believe we are also the only quote unquote developed first world country, words I hate. I'm just going to say I hate those words when talking about America, but we are the only country that has healthcare tied to employment, I believe. So in the black community, there's a suspicion about doctors because not only are they expensive, but they don't listen to us, in general. So can you speak on that a little bit?
Absolutely. As a Black woman, and I think that Black people in general, Black women and femmes are never listened to. And I've dealt with issues over the years when it comes to my birth control. I've been hospitalized because I've called doctors saying something's wrong, not believed. I and many other Black people have shown up at hospitals in need of care and have been treated like pill seekers, and
Mm,
oftentimes written off. So I will go, I'm also a fat Black woman. So if I go to the doctor and it's not my regular doctor that I trust, if she's on vacation or if I'm in an emergency, they'll say, yeah, that pain you're experiencing, maybe go on a diet. Maybe eat a little less chicken, maybe try a salad,
I'm sorry. Do they actually say eat a little less chicken without
They'll say
chicken
things
having
like,
come up?
yeah, no, they'll say things like eating more salad. Even my brother was hospitalized with a life-threatening illness and lost 25 pounds in about a week. And I said, I'm really concerned. And the doctor goes, he could afford to lose a little weight.
Wow.
That was the response. Not, wow, no human being is supposed to lose that much weight in a week. So, it's something that when we talk to people about whether or not they're comfortable going into their doctors, Black people as a whole often are not. And for very good reason. They are not listened to.